What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. So look, y'all, I'm a young parent, right? I'm 29 years old. I have an 11-year-old, and I have a son that's about to be 2 in a few months, right? Although I'm a young parent, there are certain things that I will never be cool with, right? I understand that a lot of young parents operate on a different playing field than their predecessors, meaning their parents and their grandparents, right? And certain things need to change for sure. You know, like I'm a parent who I will apologize to my children when I'm wrong, right? I have no problem telling my children I love them, kiss them, hug them. I have no problem with that. Some older parents were not the ones who were, they were, some older parents, not all of them, but some older parents in our, especially in our culture, were not affectionate to their children. Some of them, definitely didn't apologize when they were wrong. I have no problem with doing none of that. I'm going to do that for sure. I have done that for sure, right? However, my kid's not going to be cursing around me. Ain't no cussing and all that. You're not cursing around me, and I'm perfectly fine with it, and I'm not going to say nothing. If that ever were to happen, I would check the hell out of my kids. My kids not going to be cursing around me or other adults. That's not okay. I wouldn't want them cursing in general, but I know they're going to be, when your kid's young and they teenagers, they going to be using some language or whatever. But it ain't going to be around me. I'm not going to know about it. And it's not going to be around there, no other adults or nothing like that. That's not cool. Because this is the thing with me. I'm a grown man, 29 years old. I don't curse around my mother and father. Right? Now, they've heard me. They watched these videos and heard me curse on here. They've heard me from a distance reprimanding my children and using a few choice words. My daughter in particular, at times, she's older or whatever. So they've heard me reprimanding her and saying certain things or whatever. But I don't talk crazy and wild and obnoxious to my children. But sometimes you talk to them with a stern level of discipline. They've heard me curse in those instances where they were not even around me or whatever. They just heard it or whatever, or seen these videos, but I don't curse directly in front of them because I have respect for them and I want the same respect for my children, right? Another thing, I'm not going to allow my kids to be smoking weed and stuff in my house. It's not okay, right? Like, I know parents who are young. I know parents who are like maybe 36, 37, 38. They got teenage children, and the children be smoking in the house, and the parents know about it, and they act like there's nothing wrong with that. There's no way in hell a child gonna be smoking like they grown as hell in my house that I pay bills in. You're not gonna be smoking. It's not a free reign for you to do whatever the hell you want to do. You ain't grown. You know what I'm saying? It's just never gonna be a thing. And some people be like, well, they gonna do it anyway, whatever. Well, listen, they better not let me do it. They better not let me find out if they doing it. I'm gonna tell them not to do it in the first place. But if they do it, I ain't gonna know nothing about it, because if I do know something about it, I'm on their ass. Like, you're not gonna be smoking in my house. And and then you got parents smoking with their kids. Like, what? It's just never, nah, fam. That's like allowing my child to drink in my house. Like, you a teenager and you drinking or smoking. The hell no. It's because if I let that slide, you're going to be doing whatever the hell you want to do in here. Next, you're going to be trying to come and have sex in my house like you grown and paying bills in here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just, nah, we ain't going to have that going on. And I just can never rock with that. Some parents feel like, oh, they let their kids use certain language because, hey, it's not like they're doing drugs. It's not like nah, fam. Nah, it's just a certain amount of respect and structure that's going to be going on in my household that it's going to be a staying power in my household. That respect, from child to parent is always going to be present. Right now, I believe that I make an atmosphere comfortable where my children, my daughter particularly, she's the one that's grown and talking or whatever. My daughter and my son, when he gets older, they can come and talk to me about anything. I make it known that, make them comfortable to talk to me. I don't have them scared of talking to me and letting me know what they're feeling about this, that, and the third. I tell my daughter that often. She can come and talk to me about anything. We have serious conversations about all different type of things, even though she's only 11 years old, right? However, I feel like that all children should have a healthy fear for their parent, right? Not so scared where you just scared to ask them anything. You scared to walk by them. You scared when they come in the house or nothing like that, right? But a healthy fear is you scared to play with me in a manner I don't like, right? You scared to go out here and do some unruly, wild stuff because you know it's gonna get back to me. I believe that every child should have a healthy fear of their parent within them. It was certain things that I didn't do because I knew my mother and father weren't finna play with me like that, right? Like I knew if I was to even think about jumping in the streets, my mama and my daddy gonna be on my ass. They whooping my ass for sure. It was no, I understand, you know, it's the environment we're growing up in. Hell no. It wasn't no understand. It's the environment, so I guess, hey, you can gang bang. Fuck out of here. That's why when I hear parents that say, you know, when kids say, you know, my mama knew what it was. This is what we living at, so she know I was going to be that. Nah, brother. Your mama and your father, now granted, you know, that's why you need the influence of a father figure, even if the father is not in the house. You need a father around to help discipline in ways that some mothers have a hard time doing, even though my mother she never had a hard time disciplining me. Hell no, right? But nah, man, your mother didn't try hard enough to lead you away from that. She just let you rock out and let you just go down that road of destruction, and negligently you just went into, you know, like I said, you just went into some bullshit that you probably that could have been avoided in the first place. I'm never going to allow my child to walk down a path of destruction blindly, and I'm just not going to try to sway them off of that road. I'm going to try my best to create every single roadblock from you going down an opposite path that I see so many other youth going down, so that we ain't going to even have that type of game. We ain't playing like that, right? So I think that every child should have the healthy fear of their parent instilled in them to say, you know what? I can't play with pops like that. I can't play with mama like that. Mama finna go off, right? I like, again, it's certain stuff I'm just not gonna be cool with. I'm just sorry. You ain't gang banging. You ain't smoking weed in my house. You ain't drinking in my house. You ain't cursing in my house. It's not gonna be a thing, you know. And again, but I do want to shift the mode and being because my parents, you know, apologize. My father was the one. You know, when I saw my father, this big, strong man, right? Big, strong, tall man who was the picture of masculinity. My father, he never had a problem apologizing to us. He never had a problem telling us he loved us. He never had a problem, you know, hugging us. Not like that. It was never no thing for him. And so when I saw that man do that, it helped me within my journey of fatherhood to say, you know what, I can be just like that, you know, and be a great father. I can follow in his mode. My mother, the same way. My mother didn't play. You know what I'm saying? They call my mother the warden, right? Again, I ain't cool with you just not going to school and shit and just, oh, well, you know, since school ain't really for you, no, you gonna go to high school. You gonna finish high school. I'm gonna encourage you to go to college. And even if you don't go to college, we're gonna try to get you in some type of trade or something to where you can have a skill to feed yourself and your family in the future. Should you have one, right? We're not gonna just let you fall to the wayside and just be like, I mean, hey, it is what it is. Hell no. You're gonna be going to school in here. I ain't letting you drop out in my house. That shit it's just not happening. It's not happening. And you ain't just gonna be just doing the bare minimum in here, right? And I know every kid has challenges in school. I'm perfectly aware of that for sure, right? But I know my mama, when you know your kid can do something and you know their potential and you know they're not trying their hardest, you gotta stay on them, right? My mother knew what me and my sisters could do in school, right? She knew we were capable of succeeding. She knew we had great comprehension. We had great attention to detail, so on and so forth. So if we getting C's, a whole bunch of C's on our report card, she know it's not because we don't know what we learning, we having problems learning. It's just that we being lazy and we don't want to put in the work to do what we got to do. So my mama stayed on us so that we can get the proper grades to go to college and be successful and get degrees and lead a prominent lifestyle. So I'm gonna follow that mode, not just this laissez-faire attitude of parenting. I can't do it. Peace.